Yes, I thought it was, I knew it was a grand beginning, but I had nothing to compare it with. I had been a ballet dancer before that on the stage, and everyone said it's the biggest film of the year for MGM, and Gene Kelly is the great new wonder in films. So I knew I was with great people, and Vincent Minnelli was very, very much respected and admired. But from that moment on, I really wanted to do dramatic parts. You know how complicated people are. You want to do what you're not doing. So finally I got the chance to do both, and that was really fabulous. Yes, I was very ambitious. I wanted to do dramatic things as well. I didn't think dancing on film was the best thing. And it really is not the best medium. Dancing, I always thought, is best in the theater. Though I must admit, Gene Kelly had a real genius for using the camera. I love doing comedy. I absolutely adored making people laugh. And when I played here in Fort Lauderdale, we were doing a Fado farce, and it was so thrilling to get people to laugh. I did comedies with Cary Grant. What fun that was, how wonderful. He had such a sense of timing, and he taught me a lot. But I also appreciated doing dramatic films. Well, with all the great actors, that's the thing that happens is complicity. And I certainly had that with Cary. As soon as, and I had that also with Gene and with Fred. The complicity, the great fun of working together, of doing something good together.
Did you really slap each other in that scene, though?
Absolutely. Oh boy, did I get slapped throughout my life. The worst was David Niven. David Niven had a huge hand. Yes, of course we got slapped for good. Yes, you could see my cheek going like this. I'll tell you, you relive all those moments, and the bad moments are just as bad, and the good ones just as good. It takes a lot of discipline not to coat it over and not to disguise the mistakes you've made. And it takes some courage. You have to really look your life in the face and admit, I shouldn't have said this, or I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done better here. But also, I had some good surprises. I would see films again to remind myself and think, not bad, this isn't bad. No. Sometimes on television I regret that there isn't time enough to rehearse, and sometimes the shooting can be very fast and very tiring because of that. I remember in Law and Order, the difficulty was my big scene where I break down and howl and holler in the courtroom. You raped me, you know, I go into a big number. I had to work 16 hours that day, but that's very, very hard to maintain your stamina. So every medium has its own difficulty. On the stage, if you've missed something, if you have a blank, it's gone. You can't repair. And on film, On film, the difficulty is you're shooting just a minute little piece, which may be at the end of the film, and it's very difficult to keep a good track of where you are in the script. But I love it all. I love it all. Totally unaware, blissfully naive, and I thought I was doing a good job, and I didn't realize that the whole studio was laughing at me and thinking, my God, this poor little Leslie, she's ruining her career. And the producer, Arthur Freed, who brought me to America to do An American in Paris, came to see me on the set and said, my darling, look at what they're doing to you. They're ruining your image. I've got to do something to glamorize you again. Any ideas? And this is when I came up with the idea of doing Gigi. It's thanks to a lot of people. It's thanks to Colette, wonderful story. It's thanks to Minelli, who had this wonderful direction of rhythm and charm. Thanks to all the actors, and thanks to Cecil Beaton for his costumes and sets. And of course, Lerner and Lowe, music, script. You know, everybody was top-notch in that profession, in their own speciality. And so they were so great, all of them, that in the middle of shooting, I thought to myself, we've got to be very careful because the mayonnaise might not take. It's almost too good. So I kept being very watchful on that film. Must not get arrogant and think we've made it.